Think big. Do you know what limits most people in life? It's not money, it's not education, it's not background, it's small thinking. Most people don't fail because they dream too big, they fail because they dream too small. We were not born to live an ordinary life. We were not born just to survive. We were born to grow, to create, to rise. But society teaches us to be realistic. Don't dream too much. Don't aim too high. Don't expect too much. And slowly we shrink our dreams. But let me ask you something. What if your life changes the day you decide to think big? Thinking big does not mean arrogance. It means living that your potential is greater than your present situation. A small thinker says, I just want a job. A big thinker says, I want to build skills that create opportunities. A small thinker says, I can't speak English, it's hard. A big thinker says, I may not be fluent today, but one day I will speak confidently. Thinking big changes your language, and your language changes your life. Every great success started as a big thought. Sachin Tendulkar didn't dream of just playing cricket in his street. He dreamed of representing India. APJ Abdul Kalam didn't dream of staying limited by his circumstances. He dreamed of building rockets and inspiring a nation. And what about you? Why should your dreams be small? You may starting from a small town. You may be struggling with English. You may feel behind in life. But remember, big thinking is free. You don't need money to think big. You don't need permission to think big. You only need courage. Start saying, I'll become fluent in English. I'll improve every day. I'll create a better future for my family. Even if people laugh, let them laugh. One day they will clap. Your thoughts create your direction. Your action creates your habits. Your habits create your future. So today, make a decision. Don't think about what is possible. Think about what is meaningful. Don't think about what is easy. Think about what is powerful. Because when you think big, you act bigger. You grow bigger. You become bigger. And one day you will look back and say, it all started the day I decided to think big. How to think big to get massive success in life? What if the only thing standing between you and massive success is the size of your thinking? Not your money, not your background, not your English level, but your mindset. Welcome to Echo English, where you don't just learn English, you learn to build a powerful life. Today, let us talk about something that can completely transform your future: how to think big and achieve massive success. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine your best version. Now ask yourself, are you thinking big enough? Change your inner world. 1. Upgrade your self image. Most people live according to how they see themselves. If you see yourself as average, you will act average. But if you start seeing yourself as growing, improving, unstoppable, your actions will change. Think about APJ Abdul Kalam. He was born in a simple family, but he never had small thoughts about his future. He did not say, I'm from a small town. He said, I will build rockets. Your background does not decide your future, your thinking does. 2. Surround your mind with big inputs. You become what you listen to. If you watch small drama, gossip, and negativity, your thinking becomes small. But if you listen to inspiring content, audiobooks, and powerful stories, your thinking expands. Think of Sachin Tendulkar from childhood. He was surrounded by cricket, coaches, practice, stadiums, discipline. Environment matters. Trick: spend at least 20 minutes daily listening to English motivation. Train your brain to think globally. Massive success requires massive mental nutrition. 3. Dream clearly, not vaguely. Small thinkers say, I want success. Big thinkers say, I want to speak fluent English in 12 months. I want to start my YouTube channel. I want to earn through my skills. Clarity creates power. Write your goals, speak them aloud, visualize them daily. Your brain works like Google. If you give clear search words, it gives clear results. Take massive action. Thinking big is not just imagination, it requires action. 4. Take bigger actions than others. Most people do the minimum. If others study 10 minutes, you study 30. If others practice speaking once a week, you practice daily. Look at Michael Jackson. He practiced for hours when others were resting. Big thinking without big action is just fantasy. Massive success loves consistent action. 5. Accept fear as part of growth. When you think big, fear will come. What if I fail? What if people laugh? What if I am not good enough? That fear is proof that you are growing. Small goals don't scare you, big goals do. And that's a good sign. Courage is not absence of fear, it is action despite fear. 6. Raise your standards. Success is not luck, it is standards. How you wake up, how you speak, how you use time, how you treat opportunities. If you want massive success, you cannot live casually. Ask yourself daily, is this action taking me closer to my big vision? If not, adjust. Dear Echo English family, you are not learning English just to speak. You are learning English to expand your world, to connect globally, to access bigger opportunities, to build a powerful identity. Think bigger than your problems. Think bigger than your past. Think bigger than your current level. One day, your small daily efforts will create massive success, and people will say overnight success, but you will know the truth. It started the day you decided to think big. Think bigger than your pain. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine losing everything that made you feel safe: your support, your comfort, your future plans. Most people in that moment think small. How will I survive? How will I manage? Why did this happen to me? But a few rare souls think differently. They ask, how can I raise? How can I grow from this? How can I build something bigger than my pain? Thinking big does not mean you ignore your tears. It means you refuse to let your tears define your destiny. When life becomes small, when your world becomes dark, that is the moment to think the biggest. Because big thinking is not about money, it is not about fame, it is about courage. And today, You are about to hear the story of a woman who did not allow tragedy to shrink her dreams. She decided to think bigger than her situation, and that decision changed everything. A woman who refused to give up. In a small town in India, there lived a woman named Meera. She was not famous, she was not highly educated, she was just a simple homemaker. Her world was her husband and her two small children. Her husband worked hard every day. She took care of the home. Life was not rich, but it was peaceful. Until one day, everything changed. Her husband suddenly passed away. In one moment, her laughter disappeared, her support disappeared, her security disappeared, but her responsibilities became heavier. Two small children looked at her with fear in their eyes. Amma, what will happen now? That night, Meera cried silently, not because she was weak, but because she was scared. Bills were waiting, school fees were waiting, rent was waiting, but she had no job, no experience, no income. People around her gave advice: go back to your parents' house, put children in government school, life is over now. But something inside her said no. She was a good cook. Her food was loved by neighbors. Her sambar, her biryani, her homemade snacks, everyone appreciated them. One evening, her neighbors said, why don't you try taking small online food orders? She had heard about Swiggy. At first, she was afraid. How can I manage? What if no one orders? What will people say? But fear does not feed children, courage does. So she resisted. She borrowed a little money to buy extra vessels. She cleaned her kitchen like a small restaurant. The first day, she got only two small orders. Very small, very simple. But when she packed those food boxes, her hands were shaking, not from fear, from hope. That night she didn't cry. For the first time after her husband's death, she felt a small light inside her heart. Days passed. Some days no orders came. Some days customers complained. Some days she felt tired and broken. But every morning she woke up at 4 a.m. She cut vegetables quietly. She prepared masalas carefully. She packed food neatly. Her children helped her. Her daughter stuck labels. Her son checked order numbers. Slowly, 5 orders became 10. 10 became 20. Customers started leaving food reviews. Homemade taste, clean and fresh. Feels like mother's cooking. Her rating improved, her confidence improved. After 1 year, she was earning enough to pay school fees without fear. After 2 years, she moved to a slightly bigger house. After 3 years, she hired two women who also needed work. Her kitchen was no longer just a kitchen, it was a symbol of strength. Her children were studying well. They saw their mother not as a victim but as a warrior. One evening, her son said, Amma, when I grow up, I want to work hard like you. Her eyes filled with tears, not of pain, but of pride. Life was still not perfect, but it was peaceful again. She learned something powerful. Tragedy can break you or build you, and she chose to build. Success did not come in one day. It came in small orders, small steps, small courage. And today, When people see her smiling, they don't know the nights she cried, but she knows, and that is enough. No situation is permanent. Pain is temporary. Strength is built daily. You may start small. You may feel alone. You may feel afraid. But if you stay consistent, life can change. Just like her two small orders. Your small effort today can become massive success tomorrow. Dear Echo English family, did you notice something powerful in this story? She did not start big. She started with two small orders. But her thinking was not small. She did not say, "This is my fate." She said, "This is my beginning." That is the power of thinking big. Thinking big does not mean you see immediate success. It means you believe your small steps are leading to something massive. Maybe today you are struggling with English. Maybe today you feel behind in life. Maybe today your problems feel bigger than you. But what if your future is waiting for you to think bigger? What if your current struggle is just the first chapter of a powerful success story? Remember this: big success does not start with big opportunities, it starts with big belief. So, tonight, before you sleep, don't think about your limitations, think about your possibilities. Don't think about what you lost. Think about what you can build. Because one day you will look back at your hardest season and say, "That was the moment I decided to think big, and that decision changed my life."